Okay, so the reason why you can't see my face right now is because I haven't shaved, and it looks a mess. But quick prediction video: the Rise of Skywalker trailer. Another one just came out about 2 days ago, and I've got some thoughts on it about what is actually going to happen. So. As everybody is well aware, The Last Jedi was not a very popular movie. It was very controversial, to say the very least. Had the fan base split 50-50, hating it and loving it. And that is, due in no small part to the direction of Rian Johnson. Now, I say all that as a preamble. So J.J. Abrams is trying his best to save his trilogy, to save his baby. So you can see a lot of that hinted at in this last trailer. The first half of it is taken up with nostalgic shots of the the original trilogy, cool Star Wars moments, and of course, Darth Maul and I hate sand. So beyond that, beyond all of that, you have a couple shots of what's actually going to happen in the new movie that lend to my prediction. So in order to save his baby, in order to save his trilogy, J.J. Abrams is going to jump the shark, do a backflip, land on that shark and another, and start water skiing on the both of them. I'm predicting that JJ is going to include time travel. Yes, you heard it right, time travel. And you can see this when you see the two shots of all of the original trilogy Star Destroyers just appearing out of nowhere, across an overcast sky. And the same thing for, an armada of original trilogy Rebel ships. So, with all that having been said, not to mention the fact that we already know that the whole thing is going to have a climax on Endor at the wreckage of the second Death Star. And the time travel theory gets more credit from, the creeping suspicion that they're going to bring back Emperor Palpatine. Now, for anyone who has not seen Return of the Jedi, a 30-plus-year-old movie, go ahead and skip ahead. Spoiler alert. But Palpatine dies at the end of Return of the Jedi. He gets thrown down 100-story deep well of electricity and, madness. So what I predict is going to happen, because the Resistance is pretty much decimated, they hightail it to Endor because, Kylo Ren thinks that there's time travel tech there at the wreckage of the destroyed Death Star. There's going to be a fight between Kylo Ren and Rey, and yada yada yada, CGI fights here and there. Eventually, it's going to culminate with either Kylo Ren or Rey, either one, flipping the switch on this time travel machine. All of the ships, from the original trilogy are going to come back. The Emperor's probably going to come back and call in his Star Destroyers. Carrie Fisher, God rest her, is probably going to, flip the switch and bring in all the rebels. And it's going to create a time thing, some kind of, Rocky Horror style time warp. And that's where you get Evil Rey from, with her dumb, with her dumb scooter style flip out lightsaber. And the ultimate fight is going to take place between good Rey and evil Rey, and that's going to be JJ's way of explaining away, Rey's, I guess, power set. Is that, she's actually been tapping into the power set of, evil Rey, who is from an alternate timeline, and that's where, everything's coming from, and the whole thing is going to end with Rey beating evil Rey, and that's going to fix the timeline, and all the Empire ships and all the First Order ships, even though it wouldn't make sense, it's they're all just going to disappear anyway. So those are my predictions. Basically, the whole thing is going to wind up with time travel as a way of undoing everything that Johnson did, and as a last-ditch effort to save the franchise, or save that trilogy. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be back to sort of a normal, front-facing setup as soon as I actually get a shave and look presentable. But you guys have a good week, and have a good one. Bye.